Hey guys, the state of Washington's DCP is by far the widest available retirement plan for state employees. In many cases, this is the only option you guys have to save above and beyond for your retirement through your employer, and some employers actually just automatically enroll you into this plan when you get started. But one of the biggest glaring downfalls with the DCP is that it's pre-tax only. You can only put money in on a pre-tax basis, the money goes tax deferred, and then you're left paying all the taxes on your contributions plus all the investment growth in your retirement. However, that may be quickly coming to a stop here. Recently introduced House Bill 1752 is seeking to add Roth as an option to the DCP plan. This is really big news for everyone across the state if this thing passes. Basically, it's going to allow you to choose if you want to do pre-tax or Roth savings. Now, if you implement this strategy correctly over the course of your career, it can easily save you 5, 6, maybe even 7 figures in taxes alone. So this is a huge benefit. So I read through the bill in advance. It's pretty short. Basically, all it says is if this thing passes prior to January 1st of 2024, the state has to offer a Roth option in the DCP plan. So now what are the benefits if this thing actually passes? So assuming this bill actually goes through, you're going to have the option to choose to want to pay taxes now or pay taxes later. Now, that's going to be a case-by-case basis on what's going to work best for you, depending on where taxes stand today, what you think they're going to do in the future. So that's going to be a personal choice. So if I'm going to do the Roth, how does it work? So actually it's going to work exactly like your DCP is currently. You put money in on a month-to-month basis, except it's going to grow tax-free for me. So you pay taxes now, it grows tax-free. You still have the same investment options, plus all the target date funds. The access rules stay the same. All that's changing here is the taxes. Am I being taxed now or being taxed later on it? So now outside of taxes, what are the pros and cons to having a Roth DCP plan? Well, first and foremost is that there are no income limitations to it. So if you currently make too much money and you're not eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA, essentially you're out of luck with the exception of a backdoor Roth IRA if that strategy stays around. So if this thing passes, you now have the option to use a Roth DCP. There are no income requirements. It doesn't matter if your family makes $250,000 a year or $1 million a year, you can still participate in the plan and reap all of the benefits. The second benefit to this is that the contribution limits are always going to be higher in the DCP than the Roth IRA accounts. So the DCP limit as of the start of 2022 is $27,000 for those that are over 50. So you can potentially put up to $27,000 into this and all that money will grow for you tax-free. That's such a huge benefit. Now the cons to a Roth DCP are the same as they currently are. You have limited investment options available. It's still only those 7 investment options plus target date funds, and you still have limited access to it, right? There's still no loans. I can only access the money when I'm separated of service. And remember, if you guys still need help selecting the investments inside the DCP plan, so you want to be more proactive with your financial future, we have a service that does exactly that. So you can basically just copy and paste our investment recommendations into your DCP account, get everything set up in less than 15 minutes, and then step back and feel good knowing that you got professional advice on how to manage your DCP account. So a link to that service is in the description below if you're interested in that. Now, what I'm interested in here is if they're going to allow an internal Roth conversion. So Roth conversion just means I'm taking money from pre-tax to Roth. So in the past, you can only ever do a Roth conversion when you separate service, right? When you got access to the funds, then you had the ability to take some of that pre-tax money and move it to your Roth IRA account. If the state has a Roth 403 option, they might make it available for you guys to do an internal conversion. I'm not sure for sure, but I really hope they do. If they can do this, then it opens the door for people of all ages to do Roth conversions. So you take money from the DCP pre-tax into the DCP Roth. It would still be with the DCP plan. You pay taxes on when you move over, but doing this strategically, especially when you're younger and not making as much money and really filling up your tax brackets, can be a really smart way to reduce your long-term tax bill. So this is just one key feature that I hope they add into her. There's nothing mentioned in the bill. The bill is very, very basic. Fingers crossed that they introduce this for you guys, because this could be a really big benefit if they add this little tweak to a Roth DCP plan. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this bill as it moves its way through the House and hopefully through the Senate. It's got a lot of support behind it, so I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't pass. The Roth option has been such a requested feature over the years that I don't really see this thing not happening, but you never know. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on the status of this, and if it passes, when you're eligible to do it, as well as the paperwork and everything on how to get it going. So if you want to keep up to date on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Also, share this with a friend and hit that like button so it can spread to more state employees. See you guys next week. Remember that your future depends on what you do today.